So many people think that we are here to just chill around, to travel as much as we want, and to ride the waves, to attend K-pop concerts, to travel to all the neighboring countries. And no, you are mistaken. That is not what we do. Hello everybody, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If this is your first time seeing my face, I want to say you have made the right decision. Thank you so much for clicking onto this video. My name is Leah. I'm a South African currently living in South Korea, and here I am an English teacher. I hope by the end of this video, you will be a member of my channel. I hope that you will like this video as well as subscribe. And if you want to subscribe already, if you already like what you see, please don't let me stop you. Click on that subscribe button. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the 2,120 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate your support. I started my channel about 10 months ago, and I cannot believe how fast it has grown. I never thought that my channel would have 500 subscribers. So the fact that right now we are on 2,000 plus subscribers is something that I'm really grateful for. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos. Thank you for leaving comments, for liking these videos, for sharing it with other people. Your support makes me feel like I am doing something right. And I know that it has been a long time since I last posted a video. The last video that I posted was over a month ago, where I spoke about the sacrifices that I have made in order to live in Korea. And I was so surprised by how much people like that video, because right now it's on 1,700 views, and I'm really happy about that. I got a lot of messages on Instagram where people were telling me about how much they enjoyed the video, and some people were also telling me more things that they have experienced in order to live abroad, and some people who are prepping to come to South Korea. Some of them, they were really surprised because they never thought about the sacrifices that they would make in order to come to South Korea. Because when you apply to come to South Korea, you are always so excited that you don't think about all the sacrifices that you will make in order to come here. So if you have not watched that video, I really advise you to watch the video right after this one. It's a great video. So I get a lot of messages on Instagram. I always advise people to send me messages on Instagram if they have a question, because not everybody feels comfortable to ask a question on a public platform like YouTube. So if you want to send me a message on a private message, you can reach me on Instagram. And I get messages from a lot of people. I get messages from a lot of people. And I reply to my DMs. I actually take the time to sit down and reply to my DMs. And I get a lot of messages. Like ever since I opened up a YouTube channel, I get so many messages that sometimes it gets really overwhelming, but I still take the time to sit down and reply people, as quick as I can. And one person, I'm not gonna say the name, one person asked me a question about, I think 2-3 months ago. I actually don't remember who the person was, because like I said, I get a lot of messages. What did she say? She said, "Hey, I just wanted to find out if you are able to do tourist stuff during the week. Like, are you able to leave work early so that you can like travel and explore your area?" Yep. I was asked that question, and I was like, honey, you are asking the wrong questions. Like, nah, that is a wrong question, to be honest. And I was surprised, and I was like, are you coming here to be a teacher, or are you coming here to be a tourist? Taking time off of work so that you can go and travel around. Like leaving work early. Oh yeah, she said, can you leave work early so that you can like travel around and stuff like that? from that message, I realized that there are so many things that people don't know about working as an English teacher in Korea. Yeah, I really feel like people have a misconception about what it is that we do here. Yeah, and that's what we're going to be discussing today. The reality of working as an English teacher in Korea. Yeah. So as I said before, I recorded this video about 3 weeks ago, but I really did not like how it came out. So I decided to take some time off, and I decided to also read some articles so that I can see if the things that I was thinking about were some of the things that were said, that have been said out there. And most of the articles that I read, they confirmed everything that I had spoken about on my other video. And all the other articles that I have read, all the materials that I consumed in preparation for this video, I will put them on my description box so that you can also read them for yourself. I really advise people to read all of the articles, just so that, especially those who are coming to Korea, I advise you to read them just so that you can get an idea about what it is that English teachers do overseas. Because people think that we are just here to travel around, and that is not the case. So I will put all of the materials that I consumed in preparation for this video on my description box, so do check it out at the end of this video. All right, without wasting any more of your time, let's get into this video. All right, so one thing that you have to know is that in Korea, the English teaching job are the biggest sponsors for visas. And this is because parents want their children to be taught English by native speakers. So there is a high demand of native English speakers by the parents as well as the government, because parents feel that in order for their children to get the best English education, they have to be taught by people who actually are native English speakers. So the ESL jobs are the biggest sponsors of work visas here in Korea. And right now, thanks to the Korean wave, or Hallyu, due to K-pop and K-dramas, as well as like Korean skincare, Korean culture has now been exposed to many people around the world. And because of a lot of people are consuming Korean content, some people want to come to Korea and experience the culture firsthand. And because there's a high demand for English teachers, some people who have little to no desire to teach come here saying that they're going to be teachers, but knowing in their heart, in the deepest of their heart, that they don't want to be teachers. They have no interest in teaching, but they're only coming here so that they can stay in Korea for a year and explore, as well as explore, travel, and attend K-pop concerts and all of that. So the first thing that I would like to talk about, the first reality that I would like to talk about today, is that the English teaching job is a real job and not a 1 year long vacation. It is a real job and not a 1 year long vacation, all right? So when you get a job in Korea as an English teacher, you sign a 1 full year contract. So for that 1 year, you are a full-time worker. So many people think that we are here to just chill around, to travel as much as we want, and to ride the waves, to attend K-pop concerts, to travel to all the neighboring countries. And no, you are mistaken. That is not what we do. So because you have signed a 1 year contract, you will have a full set of working hours. So with me, let me speak for myself. I start work at 8:30 and I leave work at 4:30 every day. So every day from Monday to Friday for 8 hours, I am at work. I cannot leave. I cannot take some time off just so that I can go to Seoul and explore. No. Unfortunately, I cannot do that. And let me tell you about what it is that I do, because I think that people don't think that we actually work a lot, but we actually do a whole lot of work. So I teach 17 classes in 1 week. So every day I teach about 4 classes. And there are some times where I would teach 5 classes in a day. So and I teach 3 different grades. So I teach grade 7. I'm a middle school teacher, so I teach grade 7, 8, and 9. And all of their lessons have to be prepared by me. I prepare all of my materials. So if there's a PPT, a PowerPoint presentation that has to be prepared, I have to prepare it. If there is a material or an activity that has to be prepared, I have to prepare it. And on top of that, I also have after school classes. So I have to prepare about all the lessons that I do. Each week I do a different lesson for each grade. So for grade 7, I could do lesson about, let me say, agree and disagree. And then for grade 8, I could do a lesson about giving reasons to your opinions. And for grade 9s, I could do a lesson about why is it so hard? About emotions. I'm feeling happy, I'm feeling this because of that. So I have to prepare all of those lessons. I have to make them. And then I also have to do after school classes. And after school classes also have their own different materials. So in my after school classes, I ask the students, why are you here? What do you want to achieve out of these classes? And what do you want to learn? So then we talk about what the students want to learn, and then I have to prepare all of those materials. Okay, I have to do all of those materials, and it takes a long time to prepare those materials. And as a native English teacher, I am in charge of the listening, so I always have to do a listening lesson with my students, and I also have to prepare a speaking lesson with my students. So the listening lesson, we use the audio from the textbook. But then even with the audio from the textbook, I still have to make a PowerPoint presentations just so that I can present the key expressions and explain to them what it means, and then do activities from that. I have to do all of that. And I also have to conduct speaking assessments, and I have to come up with the speaking assessment topic. So all the speaking tests that I have to do, I actually have to do those next week, but I have to prepare the materials. So this is your topic. Your topic will be this. And who is going to prepare the rubrics? I have to prepare the marking rubrics. Who's actually going to conduct these tests? I'm going to conduct these tests. So I teach about 500 students, and I have to do a speaking test with each and every single one of them. And I also have to mark the speaking test. I have to make sure that I put in their marks in an Excel spreadsheet and then send them to my co-teacher so that they can put their marks into the students' records. I have to do all of that. All right? Those are done by me. And preparing all of those take a long time. I do not have the time to take some time off of work so that I can go and travel. Sometimes even during the weekend, I am so tired that I don't feel like traveling. I don't feel like going anywhere, that I don't feel like exploring. All I want to do is sleep. And as much as I try to not bring work home, there are many times where I am at home preparing for the next lesson, for the lesson for the next day. I am preparing materials. And number 2, I know that when people apply for the EPIC program, especially the EPIC program, many people think that they're going to get elementary, but that is not the case. When I applied thinking that, I'm going to be at an elementary school. I'll be dealing with cute little babies. It's going to be so much fun. We are going to paint all day, and we are going to do a lot of games and activities. Nope. That's not what happened. When I got to Korea, I found out that I'll be teaching at a middle school. And sometimes you might find out that you have been placed at a high school. And let me tell you something about middle and high school. The workload is even more, because in high school and middle school, that's where you also have to do the speaking tests. And I know, my friends who are teaching at elementary school, they never have to conduct speaking lessons or anything like that. Speaking tests, sorry. They don't have to prepare for those, but in high school and middle school, you have to do speaking tests with your students. And with me at my school, the materials that I teach my students, they make it to the exam. So all my listening lessons and even my speaking lessons, they are in the exam. So when when my co-teachers sit down and get together and come up with the exam questions, they ask for my PPTs so that they can see what it is that the students were doing the whole semester and then make questions based on my materials. So I always have to teach students things that I always have to keep in mind, that the things that I'm teaching them, they have to understand them so that they can be prepared for their exams. And I also have to make sure that by a certain time, the students have done all of the lessons so that they are ready to write their exams. Yep. And that was number 2. And now number 3, working hours. So I have already spoken about working hours in the first point, but I will talk about it again in more details. So as I said before, I work 8 hours a day. So from 8:30 until 4:30. And my other friends, Letabo, as well as Kelly, and my other friends who are in the same town, they work from 9 o'clock until 5, so 9 to 5. So your working hours, depending on the program that you come here with, so your working hours will be different. So I know that the people who came here with the talk program, their working hours is more different from ours. So when they are done teaching, they can go home. But that's not the case for us who are working with Epic. And yeah, those who are working with Epic, if your contract says that you are to be at school from 9 to 5, that means you will have to work at 9 and only leave at 5. If you leave before that, you have to report it on a system and they will be taking that time off of your vacation days. Okay, everybody? So yeah, your working hours will also vary depending on the program that you're in. Like I know that the people who are working for Hallyu, they go to work around in the afternoon and they leave late at night. Where is the time to travel? Where is the time to leave work early so that you can go and do tourist stuff? There ain't no time to do that. So even though you are at work 8 hours a day, for a week you have to teach 22 hours. So you have to teach 22 hours. So since I teach 17 classes, so that's like 17 hours in a week. But then I also have 2 hours of after school lessons. So I'm actually teaching 19 hours in a week. Yeah. And I know that sometimes you might be like, it doesn't sound like a lot, and it is not a lot. It doesn't sound like it's a lot until you have to teach those hours. Guys, teaching is so tiring because the students will match your energy. So if I walk into a class and I'm like, hi everybody, so today we're going to be doing lesson 4, go to page 75. My students will also match my energy. They'll be like, okay, teacher. And you'll see some of them starting to sleep. So you have to be energetic. Hello everybody, how are you doing? Oh, I'm so happy. I am so excited. Today we will be doing lesson 4. Come on everyone, go to page 70. And then that's when you will see the students will be energetic, will be lively because of they are matching your energy. By the end of your lesson, you feel so drained because you had used so much energy. And that time, you have 3 more classes to teach. It's only 9 o'clock. So tell me, do you think that you'll be able to take some time off of work and go and explore and do tourist stuff? And number 4, the 4th one is that teaching is so easy. You already speak English, so it can't be that difficult to teach English. Just because you speak the language does not mean that you understand the rules of it. So if you're coming to Korea and you are going to be an English teacher, your job is going to be teaching them how to speak, so conversations. But that does not mean that there won't be a time where you have to touch up on your grammar, because there will always be some student who's going to ask you, teacher, why this and why not that? Why is it like this there and why is it not like that? So you always have to keep on learning, keep on reminding yourself of the rules, because the way we speak is not how we write. Sometimes it's not how we write, but then we also have to always remember the rules of grammar, the rules of a language. So always learn, always keep learning, keep improving upon yourself, so that when students have questions, you are able to answer them. And you also cannot teach something that you do not understand. Teaching is not easy. And another thing that is really difficult about teaching here in Korea is the language barrier. So in each and every single one of my class, I have about 25 to 28 students. So sometimes I could stand in front of my students and I could say something and they will not understand what I'm saying. So I always have to find an easy way or a simpler way to make them understand what it is that I'm saying. So already teaching itself is difficult, but teaching a group of students who may not understand you even makes it more difficult and also very intimidating. Because sometimes you'd see that your students want to understand what you're saying, but sometimes they just don't get it because of maybe the words that you are using, or maybe because it's the first time they are introduced to that concept. So it's going to take them a little bit longer to actually grasp it. So teaching is not as easy as it may look. It's very difficult and it requires you to continue to learn so that you can be able to explain certain things and also deliver the material to your student efficiently. And number 5 is that we can take vacation anytime we want. I wish, but this is not the case. You cannot go on a vacation whenever you want. Let me tell you, one of my good friends, childhood friends, I've known her since I was really young, and she's having her wedding in December, and she has invited me and asked me to be one of her bridesmaids. I cannot attend the wedding. I can't attend the wedding because I cannot leave the country. I cannot go on vacation during this middle of a school year. I can only take time off of work when the students are on their holidays. That's when I can also take some time off of work, unless if it's an emergency. But if it's not, I'm not able to go to South Africa. I'm not able to take a week off and just go to Japan or go to Thailand. Well, I want to go to Thailand. But anyway, you cannot take vacation whenever you want. So even though my friend told me months before her wedding, I had to tell her that I cannot make it. I can't be your bridesmaid. I can't attend your wedding because I cannot take time off of work. I'm so sad about it, honestly. I'm really sad about it, but yeah. And yeah, okay, let me get back. Oh, and the 6th and final thing that I would like to talk about is that you should honor your commitment. You signed the contract. You applied to come here. And the application process is tedious. It's an anxiety-inducing experience, and you still went through it. You went through the process of getting your documents, of applying, of writing your lesson plans, of writing your essays to come here. Honor your commitments. And you applied and you got interviewed. The recruiters, they liked you. They were like, this is the person that we can trust to teach the next generation, to teach our children in Korea. And the Office of Education, they looked at your application form and they were very impressed by it. And they were like, we trust this person to teach our children. You signed the contract and then you went to the embassy and you applied for that visa, you bought that plane ticket, you packed your bags, you packed your whole entire life to come to Korea. Honor the commitment that you have made. Coming to Korea with the intention of not being a teacher, when you apply to be a teacher, that is you doing a disservice to the students who are entrusting you to educate them, to the parents who are trusting you to educate their children, and to the very same government that brought you here in order to teach Korean children. So be serious about your work. Continue to learn from your co-teachers, especially if this is your first time teaching. I remember when I got here, I felt like I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, I don't know what I was doing. And I was very open and honest with my co-teachers. I was like, I'm gonna need you to help me, to guide me. And thank God I had such amazing co-teachers who were like, okay, next time do this, do that. Don't play the audio once, because once is not enough. The students, they need to listen to it over and over again just so that they understand. Explain it to them like this. So they were helping me. They were like a helping hand. So talk to the people, to those people, especially if they are warm and welcoming. They will help you so that you can become the best teacher you can be for your students. And another thing, you are here to teach. You are here to teach and not to travel. I'm not saying don't travel. I'm not saying don't immerse yourself in the Korean culture. Don't go to a K-pop concert. I want to go to a K-pop concert. But there will be a time and a place to do all of that. I also have to put my work first, because that's what I came here to do. I understood that I was coming here to work. And like coming here as well, it also confirmed that this is a real job. I had to prepare for my lessons. I had to prepare for speaking tests. I had to prepare materials. I had so much to do, and I still wanted to travel around. I got so tired. So even when you get here, take care of yourself. There will be a time and a place for you to travel, to do all those things, to immerse yourself into the Korean culture. There's so much to do and there's so much to see here, guys. And you should travel. You should do all of those things that you would like to do, but still honor your commitments. And that's the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and especially if you watch until the very end. I really appreciate it. And if it was your first time seeing my face, I hope that you have liked the video and that you have decided to subscribe and be a part of the Latinx World community family. And when you are done with this video, please stick around, watch my other videos, go around, like go into all the different videos, binge watch. It's okay, I give you permission to binge watch. And if you are a returning subscriber, I really thank you for your patience, and thank you guys so much for your well wishes. To those who are like, take care of yourself. If you are not in a good space to make videos, take care of your health. I really appreciate that. Oh, and I hope you did not forget to like this video and to subscribe. If you are someone who wants to come to Korea and I have said some stuff that you were not aware of, please leave a comment. If you are already a teacher in South Korea and you agree with the things that I have said, please leave a comment. If you feel like I have left some other things, please, I might make a part 2 out of this video, and I might talk about the things that you leave in your comments. So please just leave a comment. Tell me what it is that you liked about this video. And if I said something that you didn't like, that you feel was controversial, that you feel like I stepped on your toes, so please let me know. I got a drama, man. I like drama. Okay. Okay. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe, guys, and God bless you. 여러분, 사랑합니다 and 감사합니다. 안녕히 계세요.